Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a quick little review of a gorgeous fragrance from the house of XERJOFF, and it's Mamluk. Now this scent is, in my opinion, very underappreciated and challenging, but beautiful and sexy and rich, and I love it. So we're going to review it for you guys today. I'm going to review it for you guys today, that's right. So let's get into the video. First things first, most importantly, I purchased this. This was not sent to me to review. Mamluk is part of the Oud Stars line. I love the Oud Stars line. Alexandria 2 is probably the most known, most cult obsessive scent, and there's a lot of other fragrances that are a part of this kind of collection from XERJOFF that are deeply underappreciated. This one most definitely. Now if you love oud, if you love honey, if you like jasmine, if you like sexy, rich fragrances that are borderline challenging, that have fun little twists to them, this is gorgeous. It is challenging, but not in a bad way. It's challenging in a way that I find to be really sexy, really daring, really salacious, and I love it. So, first and foremost, if you don't like honey, if you don't like oud, and you do not like jasmine, definitely sample this first. Sample anyway. Please don't blind buy any fragrances. Always sample things and try things first on your skin. It is so important, especially with expensive fragrances, especially with oud fragrances, because oud is a note that can definitely be very polarizing, and this one specifically does lean more challenging than other oud scents from the house of XERJOFF, specifically because of the honey note, and we will get into that. So if you like honey scents and jasmine and oud, you might think, oh, safe blind buy. No, 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 not safe blind buy, not at all. But if you like challenging, sexy, loud, bold scents, this is gorgeous. So there's a lot of different notes in here, but I really want to focus on there's caramel notes in here, there's caramel tidbits in here, there's vanilla, there's osmanthus, there's jasmine, there's oud, there's some really just beautiful, soft, sensual honey in here. The honey is specific though, so if most people are familiar with honey, most people get honey in the bear. A lot of people have kind of expanded their palettes to different honey from different flowers. So I really like palmetto honey. I like the darker, richer, less sweet honeys. I do like sweet honeys, but I do really like the richer, more intense. There's a honey that I tried that literally kind of tasted like pipe tobacco. And it was so rich and it was so delicious, and I love it. And I put it on cheese and sandwiches and things like that. It's really, really good. It makes a delicious salad dressing. And so when I'm talking about the honey note in this fragrance, it has that kind of deeper, richer, more animalic, dry, slightly balsamic undertones to the honey note in here. Now this fragrance opens up very sharp, very challenging, very skanky and intimidating. And in my opinion, the reason is because the more kind of caramelly notes don't come out until 15 to 20 minutes. And those are like the mayonnaise of everything. So everything kind of becomes more unioned and married and comes together more nicely. And until those notes come out, it's very jarring, it's very sharp, it's very animalic and musky and jarring. And there's nothing wrong with that. I actually really enjoy it, but a lot of people might smell this in the initial opening on their skin or on a strip and be like, oh, what did I do? This is a scent that needs to be dried down, and that's true to pretty much every fragrances, but there's a lot of scents out there that upon initial spray are really, really safe, and you kind of just have to wait like 15 to 20 seconds. This needs time to settle and bloom and warm up on your skin, at least 15 to 20 minutes. It is one of those scents that just needs time, and that's because you need that warm caramel, you need the vanilla, you need the jasmine to kind of settle down a little bit. The jasmine is not a creamy jasmine, it's more of a musky, dirtier jasmine. The oud is a little bit funky. Everything in this scent has more of an edge to it than you would expect, and that's what makes this fragrance really sexy and salacious and different and very special, is it doesn't smell safe. It comes together in a really beautiful way. There's a nice resinous, dry undertone to this fragrance, which I find to be really beautiful. The oud is up in front and in your face with that dirty jasmine and this really beautiful, rich, deep, sweet honey note. And it all comes together to create something really beautiful, very sexy, very loud, very boisterous, very thick and syrupy, and almost kind of like maple syrupy, kind of in your face, like sticky kind of fragrance. But the thing is that a lot of people see honey and jasmine and they think of something very sweet and playful and flirty. This is not it. There's a dryness to this fragrance. There's a kind of old, stale, resinous feel to this scent that I find to be very mysterious, enticing, and alluring and special. And I love that. But it can be very challenging and it can be very different, and it's definitely not safe. But it's what I find makes this fragrance uniquely special, is that little extra added oomph that this has. The little bit of challenging dryness, the funkiness from the oud, the fact that the honey isn't a super sweet honey, it's more of a balsamic honey. The jasmine's dirty and animalic. And you have to wait for those more vanilla, caramel, creamy notes to come out to really soften the edge on these fragrances, to help them work together and play nicely with each other so that you can experience all the beautiful nuances that everything has without them feeling like they're fighting each other in a way that is hard to understand and makes you kind of get headaches, and you're kind of wondering your decisions that led up to this point for you spraying this on your body, and then kind of enjoying the journey that this has when you spray it on your skin. So the initial interpretation of this fragrance upon first spray is going to be something that's going to be jarring because it doesn't marry together, because all of the notes in this fragrance are very bold, are very in your face, are very jarring, are the more challenging aspects of some of these very polarizing notes. Honey is a note that people really enjoy, but some people don't like a very strong, distinctive honey, and this has it. It doesn't have the waxy sweetness that sometimes honeys have when paired with florals and woods that help them marry together. That more balsamic, smoky undertones that this have almost is disjointed with the dirtier, more musky jasmine. And the animalic notes in here don't play nice with the oud, weirdly enough, and the funkiness of this can seem more intimidating and challenging rather than more wearable and agreeable. But when they come together, it's something that just makes sense and works on the skin and is really sexy and is really powerful and is different and is special. And that's what I love about this fragrance. It's not a safe fragrance, but it is a beautiful fragrance. It's not a tame fragrance, it's an in-your-face fragrance. And if you're looking for a honey scent, if you're looking for a floral scent, if you're looking for an oud fragrance, that's not what everyone else is wearing, but is different and is special, but is still in your face and has something about it that is just syrupy and sweet, but not like a stereotypical frosting, has a warm, dry, resinous undertone to it, but has that really delicious animalic edge that some people love, but some people hate. But if you love it, this is definitely worth checking out. And I'm just deliciously addicted to this fragrance. It's not for everybody. It is not a safe blind buy. Try it on your skin first. But what I do love about this fragrance is it is bold, it is sexy, it is in your face. I do love that it's focusing on a very distinctive honey note. It has some beautiful nuances in the background to it that are really focusing on challenging aspects of some notes that can be very polarizing, but it's done in a way that's very unified and beautiful, but still very bold and very sexy and very gorgeous. And I love it. It's also, again, fantastic projection, fantastic longevity. I mean, 8 to 10 hours on my skin, pretty loud projection the first 4 to 6 hours, and then it's moderate. So if you're looking for a beastly fragrance, this is very good. I would say this is borderline gourmand with like the honey and vanilla and the more caramelly notes in here, but it is more of a woody scent and floral scent too with the oud and the jasmine, and it does have some animalic notes in there as well. So again, if that is something that you are not too inclined or too much of a fan of, let's definitely try this first. But at the end of the day, if you want something special and different and unique and powerful and sexy and bold and sweet and syrupy and vanilla and warm and resinous and oudy and animalic and jasmine and floral and all those other words that I can throw together, This is gorgeous and well worth checking out. I love it. So that is my review of this gorgeous fragrance from XERJOFF. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you've ever tried this fragrance, I'd love to know what you guys think, positive or negative. Let me know in the comment section below. I'd also love to know other fragrances that are a little bit more challenging but still very sexy and powerful. Let me know what those are below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.